Hey everybody, just doing a quick little market update on Bitcoin. We do have President Trump speaking in just a few minutes, so watch it. We're going to see a pretty big reaction. Should get this video up right as it's going to go live there. Tomorrow, watch the initial jobless claims. It's going to be a driver for the day. And then obviously Friday is going to be nuts with Powell speaking and all of this unemployment data. Looking at Bitcoin specifically, long shorts are capitulating. So we are majority short now. This is awesome. We've had another leg up into a massively interesting zone at 87.2 was a test on some daily structure. So this is looking good. Funding rates are nothing. They're neutral or negative across the board. It looks relatively good until we actually lose some stuff to do some retracement, but for now it looks fine. On the Kayotaki side, so we're looking at the resting orders. I think it looks great. I don't have any issues with this whatsoever. Similar to yesterday, we're seeing some big orders stepping in to hold price at 87.2. Same thing here. We had some big orders stacking above. These got removed overnight, so early morning hours. We saw these coming away. Below us, we've got some holding structure at 86K. If we start losing 86, that's the level to break to start coming back down towards 85 and retesting some of the low structure. But other than that, again, we're looking for sideways continuation. No big changes from yesterday. So looking at the chart, what do we got? Pretty nice step offs across the board. We had the nice move. This is daily structure to this test of 87.2, and it's a nice big retest of the overall structure. Currently, we're above the previous weekly open. We maybe get some bigger back tests. If we do have some moves down back towards 86, like losing 86, which is the previous weekly, I would expect that any loss here forces us to retest the daily, but it still looks relatively good to step off. Now, what we don't want to see, obviously, is failures. If we do fail and then start retesting stuff bearishly, then we have to look at the March level as breaking to come back down to retest stuff, but that's currently less likely until we actually do two things. We have to lose the weekly and then lose the daily. That should be showing up tomorrow as the previous daily. But yeah, until that happens, it actually looks relatively good. Why? Well, let's put on the liquidations. Massive amounts of short liquidations are built up all the way to 90K and above. This is all from last week. We've now squeezed into this upside move. The one structure that I'm interested in right now across the board, I've said this several times, like what that pump structure is. I want us to flat top. I want us to do something like really aggressive and do something like this. If we start doing higher lows, but holding at the same resistance that we have above us, we are going to get a rip through to the upside. Why? Because what happens in these zones is we build short liquidations on the same level as we already have short liquidations and all of this liquidity really, right, that exists that we can take to the upside. So these all stack together. All of these liquidations could then easily drive price through this major resistance. So watch for that structure, watch for that higher low structure. If we don't get it and we start making lows, we start breaking down a bit, watch us just to poop down and start retesting and creating some more structure. But for right now, it looks fine. You've had some loss on like the lower time frames, but it was overdue for a corrective move. In general, it's still up. Levels to watch for continuation: 86K at the previous weekly open. If you lose that and start losing some of this previous pivot structure, you should see retested daily. I'm not too worried until we actually start breaking the daily open down here at 85K. If that happens, then we start talking about retesting the lows in March. But until we lose March, we're still technically looking for upside. Losing March, lose the local trend, and then we would have to target lower. Until then, looks relatively good. We're just at resistance. So great TP here at the highs. Again, watch for the type of structure. If we're flat topping like this to squeeze the upside, or if we're going to start breaking down like this, making new lows, and then we start pooping off a cliff, basically doing a Bart Simpson pattern. That's it. Take it easy. Catch you tomorrow.